A little bit.
It's been going back and forth. Yeah.
All right. Put that like right there. That is good.
We believe in sharing success with our members and our local community. That's why our members get more just for banking with us.
Do you do all the interviews here for everybody?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you do all the interviews for everybody?
Yes. Yeah. We have also our news director, Randy Roberson, who will sometimes do interviews too. He was doing the community spotlight, but now I'm doing it. And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight program. Good morning, everyone. Chris Higgins in the studio, and it is time for our KRIM Community Spotlight program. And today we have Banner Payson Medical Center is the host of our program, and we have Jenny Caid, and she is the Respiratory Therapist Associate Manager at Banner Payson Medical Center. Good morning, Jenny.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here.
And enjoying the snow?
I love it.
I know we were talking
Great
about
change.
it is, and it's great to see moisture,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty.
Make things green.
Make things green.
Eventually.
Like your scrubs.
Yeah, like us, like respiratory.
Oh, there you go. If you're listening, know that you can also watch us on the KRIM FM Facebook page and YouTube channel. We are live on that this morning and every morning. And, it is really great to be talking to you today because you and others in your profession have been always providing a very critical service, but especially recently, with everything that's been going on. So it's great to learn more about, what's involved with respiratory therapy. And it's very broad, which I didn't realize until
Very
I
broad.
saw, yes, all the information you sent and really everything that you are involved in as a respiratory therapist. So I guess start off and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been around for quite a while. I've been in respiratory therapy for 36 years, which, with that said, I've done a lot of different things and worked around the state of Arizona. Started in Tucson and went from there to the White Mountains, to Shola Pine Top area, and transferred then to Page, Arizona with Banner. Started with Banner there and then transferred, and another transfer to Desert, and here I am for good in Payson.
All right.
What a great move, beautiful Payson. There's so much that I like about the outdoors, so
Yes.
that's also what drove me here, so
Nice.
I love it.
And you are an Arizona native.
Native from Tucson.
From
yes.
Tucson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. And really loving it up here in Payson?
I love it here. I do. I've, of course, been coming through here, forever, spend the summers as much as I can in the mountains, so this is great. Yeah,
Nice.
I love it.
And it's been approximately a year?
A year.
It has been a
Almost a
year.
year. A week ago, a year, yes.
Wow, there we go. So
Yeah.
just celebrating your 1-year anniversary
Yes,
here in
I
Payson.
am. Yes, in a good way.
Yes. So as a respiratory therapist, a lot of people might think that you mainly just do breathing treatments, but there is so much more to respiratory therapy, isn't there?
Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, just doing breathing treatments is a very good thing if somebody
yes.
needs them.
Yes.
You're an
Breathing.
asthmatic, you're COPD, or you're having something you need it. That's an awesome thing. We do that. There's just a numerous. We take care of life support systems. We're the people that are trained to take care of your ventilators, your non-invasive life support system, BiPAPs, CPAPs. We do high flow oxygen. We take care of from the very sickest people that walk in the door. There's even respiratory therapists that take care of the ECMO, which is the extracorporeal, that's used a lot for, our very, very sick children and COVID patients. We do anything from pulmonary function testing, and we do cardiac testing specifically at our hospital. We do that. It goes on and on.
Yes.
DEKGs, we really play a vital part of the hospital's team.
And also emergency. In emergency rooms.
Yes, we're in, You see us in the very, critical emergencies. We're your airway. We are the people that take care of you when you can't breathe, when you've had an accident, if you have had anything from cardiac issues to respiratory issues. We are there. We're at the head of the bed. We are taking care of your airway. We are seeing that you breathe good. We are giving you whatever it's necessary to make you breathe right there alongside the physician. Once, if we do need to intubate you, we then take it from there and we put you on our life support. So we play an important part.
And we have a few people watching on our live stream. One of them is Cassie Lyman, and she commented that respiratory therapist helped save my boy when he was born.
Oh, awesome. Yes,
So,
I forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention we're in on critical deliveries.
Yes.
We are there breathing. We are important when it comes to that. As a matter of fact, I've delivered babies in Page. I've been right there and caught them, and if we needed to, taking care of them from there. Very important part.
There you go. Also on our live stream, want to say hi to Clifford Lane, and he's watching from Southern Illinois.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Yes, he's a KRIM follower, a faithful follower, and he's always on our live streams. He has family here in RIM country, so he stays connected through us, which is great. Now he's part of our family.
That's awesome.
So I guess respiratory therapists, it's safe to say, are at every hospital across the country.
Yes.
You have to have respiratory therapists.
There's very rare that you ever see a hospital without a respiratory therapist. Yes.
And how many at our Banner Payson Medical Center? How many respiratory therapists are
So
there?
we have a team full. I have people that are part-time or PR. They just work as needed. But we have 5 full-time people.
Wow.
Or full-time employees. They're not exactly full-time. Some people are part-time. Always looking for help, though.
Yes.
We're looking right now, so let's put that out there.
Yeah.
We have a wonderful team of people that have been here for quite a while, and they're part of our community as well.
And since you brought that up, that your profession is looking, it's probably not just here, but probably country-wide. The schooling. Can you tell everyone a little bit about the schooling that's involved?
Yes. We have the same degree as, say, a nurse would. We go for 2 years to have an associate's degree, or you go on to get your bachelor's degree. We have technical schools that you can go to, and you become, you get your associates in applied science.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good schooling. If you have prerequisites, you can get right in. We're in need now. We're in need.
And so, did you go to school in Tucson?
I went to Pima College in Tucson. Yes.
Okay. Nice. And then from there, you said before the program, you did some time in Tennessee.
I did. Right when I graduated, I moved to Memphis, Tennessee. What a great experience. I worked at this huge hospital that I didn't even realize that they would be that large. It was a great learning experience right off the bat. But then I missed Arizona. Came back.
I know. I'm from Pennsylvania, born and raised, but came to Arizona when I was 18, and was here for 6 years, and went overseas, and then came back. And I never really have had a desire to go back to Pennsylvania. I love Arizona.
No need to leave.
No, I know.
There's no need to leave.
It is just beautiful.
It has it all.
It does. It has it all and more. I mean, there's just so much you can do right here, and it's easy to get to places.
Right. The place you want to go.
Yeah.
And it snows and the sun's shining at the same time.
I know. If you're
that happens.
you can't see, but if you're watching, you can see us in the studio, and we're looking out the window, and the snow is coming down, and it is beautiful up here in Payson. And let me see. We have another comment, Diana Connolly, and she says, or she writes, Banner Payson respiratory therapists are amazing. I was hospitalized in January of 2021 for 8 long days. Donna Bishop and the others were absolutely amazing. They helped save my life, along with the amazing nurses.
Yeah.
So
that
thank
says
you.
it all. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Diana.
Donna is an important part of our team. She gave us a lot, that really awesome write-up about what respiratory do, and made, it actually can bring tears to your eyes thinking just some of the things that we do, as far as you talk about breathing treatments and being right there at bedside, giving breathing treatments, but needing to run to the ICU to possibly withdraw life support from somebody, and and be there with them and watch their families, and the fact that sometimes their families are just looking at you, and that's the last thing they might think of is us pulling that tube, withdrawing care. But on a happier note, sometimes we're withdrawing it for good reasons, and the patient's doing good. So yeah, so great for Donna to share her input.
Yeah, thank you so much, Donna, for sharing that. And now, how has, and if I can ask, your experience with COVID, because I know for the respiratory therapists, for nurses, for really everyone in the healthcare field, in the hospital, everyone in the hospital, it has had a big impact on everyone.
It has. I mean, luckily we're on this side of it, not being sick with it. It was extremely, it's saddening, the things that we saw and we took care of. It was very difficult to watch people that they came in talking to us, and we worked really hard with them to do the best, obtain the best results, and then to watch them die. And this is real, and people really, the number of people that were dying, and we worked hard on, it's heart-wrenching. It's hard on your team, it's hard on all the team, the respiratory team, the nursing team, the janitorial team. We do see these people. You become, you work with them, you do everything in your power. So it's saddening, and we do our best, and we hope that everybody out there that is experiencing COVID or has experienced COVID to do the right thing as well. Be aware of their body, and if they, start having shortness of breath or things, to get on top of it instead of letting it go. Sometimes, we think, oh, we're gonna feel better, and so we really did see a lot of people, sick people. We saw a lot of death. We saw some good stories, but if one person dies from it, it's too much.
Well, I know, I really hope, like Diana, her story that she shared, I know there's so many others out there that have similar experiences and are very, very, very appreciative of you and your team and everyone else at Banner Payson Medical Center or whatever hospital they were in.
Thank you.
And just all of the effort that was put into saving lives. Because that's why you do it. I know in the write-up it says that's why you chose this field and why you've stayed in this field, to make an impact and save lives.
Yes, absolutely. We make a difference. We definitely do. I mean, breathing is essential, and we are essential. Respiratory really makes a big impact.
So what are some tips or just some recommendations, suggestions that you can give to people watching and listening to help improve our respiratory health?
Well, my big thing that I tell everybody is that the only good thing to go in our lungs is air.
There we go.
So, being a respiratory therapist, I'm going to say, of course, smoking and vaping or anything you smoke, we've dealt I have dealt with doing pulmonary functions and so forth, a lot of people in the war that were, smoke fumes and everything. Be aware, wear a mask, the things that you do, if you're doing anything that's, even for that matter, dirt and breathing, if you're digging or wear a mask. I mean, it seems, people now that we're kind of getting used to the mask, it's, seems kind of funny, but it really does make a difference. You don't get the spores in your lungs from dirt that cause, the valley fever,
Mhm.
and you just take care of your lungs,
Mhm.
because eventually it will catch up with you. Some people say, well, I've smoked for 50 years, but I'm okay. It's like,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah, and I think when you do see examples of that, but then when there's illness or there's something else present in the lungs, then it's harder for the lungs to combat that, to do their thing, to do what they're
Absolutely.
designed to do when there's a bunch of junk in there
Correct.
from the stuff that you've inhaled and you've put into your
You
lungs.
get a common cold and it makes it harder. You get COVID and it really makes it hard to breathe. And if you have, pre-existing conditions from possibly smoking or inhalants, the vaping is really bad as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not good. I like that. So, air is good for your lungs.
Air is good.
Air.
Well,
Yeah.
air has oxygen too, so.
Yeah, the oxygen mainly. So one way that people can identify you and other respiratory therapists in the hospital or wherever you are is by your scrubs.
Absolutely. We're the people in green.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to know why they made us green, but we have an idea. But we are the people in green, at least for Banner.
Uh-huh.
And Banner does that throughout their system, which I think is really a good way. So when people walk in your room, you know who you're getting.
I would have to say my guess is it's because plants are green and they give off oxygen.
I like the way you think.
You're like little plants.
I like the way you think.
Maybe, I don't know. There might have
I like
been.
that.
No, it's possible. I
Yeah.
mean, who knows? Or maybe I'm the only one that thinks like that.
Well, us respiratory think kind of odd anyway, but.
No. Again, talking with Jenny Caid, and she is the Respiratory Therapist Associate Manager at Banner Payson Medical Center. And again, she mentioned that there is a need right now for respiratory therapists. So if that's something that you're interested in, it has been obviously a profession that you have really, really enjoyed, isn't it?
It is. I will say that I think that a lot of us that have done it, spend any time in it, you can do such a variety of things. As I said, I did flight transport, medical flight transport, to a small hospital where you do, actually at smaller hospitals, you do a big variety of things. So that's a nice part. You can do cardiac testing. You can do just breathing treatments all day, which is very beneficial and very, it's nice to do. So there is so much to do in the field, so much growth.
And I'd imagine then also maybe different facilities like retirement facilities or maybe facilities that would require more breathing treatments. Do they bring respiratory therapists in? Or
some long-term facilities that have ventilated patients and patients that are tracheostomy, they do have respiratory therapists. Some of the probably nursing homes and so forth probably don't so much, but yes, some of your long-term care facilities do. So you can work at hospitals, you can work, you could do pulmonary rehab in some places, you could do flight, or you could in the hospital do a huge variety. You could work in the pediatric intensive care, the neonatal intensive care, or do pulmonary functions all day.
And I imagine with children also, children that have severe asthma or just breathing issues, that there are possibilities there as well.
Correct. Yes, and some doctors' offices have respiratory, a few of them that do, help them with their pulmonary functions and with their asthmatic kids and do asthmatic teaching and so forth.
Well, that is great. Again, we really appreciate Diana's comment on our Facebook video. And again, I know there's many people in the community that appreciate everything that you are doing and have done. I know a lot through the COVID pandemic, but even before that, I think this has just maybe highlighted the importance of being able to breathe, which it sounds, I guess, silly when I say it,
Yeah.
but it's something that we don't think about much until we have
We
problems.
take it for granted until we can't breathe, and then it's pretty scary.
Mhm.
It is very scary. One of the things that I really feel and I've learned from day one in respiratory school is putting your hands on somebody's shoulders and touching them and just helping them at that point by that little bit of touch, along with whatever therapy that you may be giving,
Mhm.
just to kind of take that edge off, because you can't only breathe, but you're also scared to death. And
Mm.
sometimes when you're really scared, you need that interaction other than just slapping a BiPAP or a piece of machinery on somebody's face. Touching them and letting them know, kind of helping calm a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would imagine that the adrenaline or just anxiety makes breathing more difficult.
Correct. Then the more anxious and more nervous you get or scared, it's even harder to breathe. So there's nothing like it in the world if you have not been able to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Not good. Well, again, Jenny, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, for everything you are doing, and we really appreciate. I know everyone here at KRIM, and I know a lot of listeners have commented, and people comment on how much they appreciate everyone at Banner Payson Medical Center, and just everything that you've been doing. And I know it has been, there have been long hours for you and your team, hasn't there?
Yes, absolutely. We're a great team of people there. I will say and I've worked, at several places, great team of people, and they are dedicated to it. I feel like we're all strong. We're all doing the best we can. Just want the community to know that we are there. We offer outpatient services like pulmonary function tests, and we have our cardiac test, and we even do EEGs, our department does. So, I just keep it in the community and keep our community going.
Well, thank you again, and thank you everyone for listening and watching this morning. And it's great. We again love having Banner Payson Medical Center on, and different people, and from the different departments coming in, healthcare professionals, and just to learn about what you do and more about your profession. So it's great. I know we love doing it, and it is. Let me see, the third Wednesday, second Wednesday or third Wednesday. Boy, my third Wednesday.
I think the third, yes.
It is the third Wednesday of every month that we have Banner Payson Medical Center on. So look forward to who we're going to have on next month, and learn about what they do.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. And thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our Community Spotlight program. And now it's time to get back to the music with some Steely Dan, Hart, Allman Brothers, and Cheap Trick. But first, an update from our National Weather Service.
Payson and surrounding areas. I'm Nowcast meteorologist Jim.
There we go.
Good.
And that is it. And thanks, you guys are live here. Have a wonderful day.